Hello, hello, hello. 30 minutes late, but we are here. It is April 2nd of 2021. I hope you all had a wonderful April Fool's Day. We got a lot to talk about tonight. The trial of the decade, unfortunately, is going on in Minnesota. A stimulus bill is being tried to be forced down the throat of Americans. That's going to tax the middle class and the wealthy more and more, and institute tons of pork. Mass shootings have magically reappeared right around time for legislators to push gun control. Yeah. So I'm here, of course, with Elfo, good friend Elfo, our favorite, our favorite friend Elfo. So geeky Wiener, sir, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, but I'm Elfo. But yeah, I'm doing good. A lot of stuff just happened, and yeah, and even just in other news too, like Mario's officially dead according to everybody because of Nintendo like delisting everything and new stuff from Among Us. And have you that trial is going to be interesting to see.
Wait, what?
I'm slowly rambling. I'm saying like yeah, even other stuff like Mario's now dead because of Mario 35th anniversary is over. And then we just got like a new Among Us map and other stuff. I'm saying like to talk about.
Yeah. So the Mario 35 is no longer physically being sold, I think, or whatever.
Yeah, like they're no longer being shipped out to stores, so people are
But they're
already
not selling
selling
it
them.
digitally either, right?
Yeah, digital is gone too. You know, let's check.
Ah,
Let's check
what a
eBay. How much it cost right now?
it's so confusing when they do stuff like this.
You know,
Like
let's check
what a
eBay. How
Alright,
much it
goes.
cost? What do you think? 3D All Stars. How much is it reselling on eBay right now?
I saw someone post one for 10K, so I may have cheated, but um
Yeah, I see the 10K. I see somebody doing it for $275. I
oh my.
see 80 dollars 70 63 500. Someone selling a sealed copy for 1,500, and I see one for 3,000 as well.
But how many of those have actually sold?
I don't know, but
Like what's the
49
cheapest? It's easy to go like what's the cheapest sealed copy can you find?
at your local Walmart still.
Yeah,
How
I'm saying
much
like what's the cheapest?
how much do you think the Game& Watches are going for? Because that got discontinued too.
Maybe a double markup at most.
I see $50, $50. Yeah, $50, $7. I think they produced a lot. They oversaturated the market on the Game& Watches because those didn't sell out at all.
Well, that will do it to it. That's usually worse when it's like, oh, you didn't sell out. And it's like, oh, crap. You remember comics in the 90s?
Yeah,
You have to do like special edition episodes every other week, so then nothing was special.
yeah. Then that's how Marvel almost went out of business the first time.
That's why Sony still owns Spider Man.
Yeah, that's true. But to be fair, do you want Disney, the mouse, to own Spider-Man?
I don't know. I've watched. Sony hasn't been much more responsible, have they?
Yeah, I know Hulk is still owned by Universal as well. So they
Really?
can't make a Hulk. They can't make a Hulk movies.
Like at all?
Yeah,
Because I
nope.
Hulk can just be in films.
Yeah, but he can't have his own movie.
That is weird.
Yeah, you could thank Edward Norton for that.
This is why we haven't been given a Planet Hulk.
Yes.
Same.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was. I think I don't know if they own anybody else. Like who Disney's film rights. I don't know. I have to look that up. There was like an old bubble chart. I could maybe pull that up. But I know Hulk is the Universal. and Spider-Man's still Sony.
I see. I see. Well, I mean, we're gonna get. Well, we're getting a new Thor movie. That's gonna be Lady Thor. So we've all got that to look forward to, I guess.
We got Shao King too, or Shang King.
Isn't that what, Doctor Strange or something?
I think it's like the Asian, like the first Chinese superhero in the comics. Doctor Strange 2's next year, Black Widow's this year, and then Spider-Man 3. And Venom 2. That one I'm excited for.
God, that's always like. It's always bizarre. It's like. Oh, hey, Black Widow. It's like, but you completely removed her from the universe.
But we gotta do some prequels to set the next story arc up. Isn't Captain Marvel a prequel?
Yeah. And it was just as unnecessary then as it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's pretty ridiculous. Cape shit's been rough lately.
Have you seen Falcon and Winter Soldier yet?
I saw the first episode. I need to watch the rest of them. It was okay.
So I should just wait till all 6 of them are out then, instead of waiting.
Honestly, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Because I mean, the first one was like okay, wasn't, you know.
Then they're what, an hour long or two?
I think they're like 30 minutes each.
Okay. No, wait, because WandaVision was 30 minutes each, right? Until the last.
Yeah. WandaVision's done. I haven't watched that.
I heard it's. To some people, it's like amazing. Other people were let down, but that's also because they let their fan theories take over.
Oh, I thought it just looked kind of weird.
That's true too. I heard the first 2 episodes are difficult to get through, but once you get there, it just keeps going uphill. And Fox's Quicksilver shows up.
So which guy showed up?
Quicksilver from the Fox universe.
But now I'm really confused. So the Fox one, the guy with white hair from the X-Men movies, showed up, is what you're saying?
Yes, the cool one, the one we all like.
But one that died in Age of Ultron doesn't show up?
No.
I'm confused.
Well, the joke is, so WandaVision takes place in like Wanda's own reality.
Okay.
So she's technically like God there, basically. And she's recreating like old sitcoms because that's what she grew up watching. And then she's like, I guess she's like, I miss my brother. And then um what's his face? Quicksilver shows up.
So you're telling me that Wanda they've effectively ripped off the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya?
Basically. And then rumor has it that Wanda's gonna introduce like X-Men and do the other M storyline.
Because she's supposed to be Magneto's daughter, right?
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah, House of M. There you go. I've said Other M. That's Metroid. I meant House of M.
Other M is that awful Metroid game.
Yeah, House of M comic storyline. I might go for.
So the idea is that you reintroduce the X-Men into the
MCU. Yeah.
I see. Hey, what's up, Simslayer? Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll watch that. But
And then Deadpool 3 is coming like what, 2 or 3 more years?
Is that gonna be a theater release, or is that gonna be like a direct to?
I don't know. I think they're still working out the kinks on that one. I just know Deadpool 3 is happening, and Ryan Reynolds said, if you want me for this, it's got to be R or not, or there's no go like going around it.
No, he can say that, but then they hand him a big paycheck.
I don't know. Ryan Reynolds doesn't seem like the sellout though, even though he did do Detective Pikachu.
Did you see Green Lantern, Geeky? Holy crap.
Okay, I would have thought Green Lantern would have been a good movie too.
You had seen how much they paid him to do Green Lantern. You'd have done Green Lantern?
How much did they pay him?
Oh, probably a lot.
I mean, to be fair, I think he. I haven't seen Green Lantern. I know everybody hated it, but like, I didn't want to watch it because the Green Lantern I knew was Jon Stewart
Didn't you
growing
love the
up.
part where he just busts in and starts saving the day against a villain that's had no context or setup and just shows up for no reason?
Like I
You
said, I
know?
haven't seen the movie. Yeah,
Oh,
they
it's
literally
so
do that.
bad. Yeah, so there's just this disjointed scene, right, where he just starts saving the day. And it's like there's no setup. It's just like a scene before he's like talking to his nephew.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fight you, Chubley. Like he's talking to his nephew, right? And he's just like, yeah, you got to do the right thing, blah blah blah. And then like a second later, he's like, I'm fighting not Sinestro, but the evil brain dude. Literally in the very next scene. And there's like no setup to it. It's not like I sense danger. It's just nope. I'm just
Passing by.
I'm just fighting bad guy. Why are you fighting bad guy? Fuck if I know. The good
Yeah.
damn question, Geeky. If I knew the answer, I would tell you.
Yeah. I mean, Green Hornet, I think, was a worse movie. Did you see that one?
Honestly,
Or
Green
remember
Hornet
when
was
that
just
came?
meh, but it wasn't like actively bad.
Yeah. The car looked nice though.
Car was cool. I want to summon Fed because I want to do Fed Letter Media. I want to give him an uninterrupted hour to talk about Justice League. What's up, Drum Boy 02? I was finally able to call into the kill stream today.
Oh, how was that?
Good. It was during the court show. I just told Ralph, good job staying out of trouble, man. I'm glad things are going well for you. Gave a
Yeah.
gave a take about the court case. You know, that was it.
What is your take for the court case?
Well,
Well, I feel like I was gonna say, I don't know if you think this too, but I think that he's probably gonna get let off for murder, but they might do the manslaughter charge just because
like,
they don't want to get their houses burned down.
so, like, the thing is, based on what I
But
saw, and based on the evidence available to me,
mhm,
he's not guilty of murder. Like,
Yeah, he's not.
I'm just
That's
like,
100%
nothing,
clear.
nothing that happened there could convince me that he murdered that guy. And it's like, no, like, look,
Yeah.
he didn't do it. Like, there's no way you could construe that for me as he murdered the guy. It's like, no, he didn't. You know, like you could argue negligence, you could argue like other
Yeah.
things, but like,
You can argue manslaughter on this one.
yeah, you could make an argument for manslaughter. I don't think it's a strong case. You know, I think it's a weak case for manslaughter, and it's like from what I've seen, it's like no, I mean he didn't kill the guy. You know, and like to serve justice, you've gotta like either cops can't do what they're gonna do or they can, right? Like it's like
Yeah, but Chauvin, one thing for sure, Chauvin's screwed for civic court though.
oh yeah, I mean like his life is ruined no matter what happens. But like
Yeah,
he
like,
didn't murder the
honestly,
guy.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like OJ all over again, where OJ gets let out.
Well, yeah, OJ
but
he gets off in the court, but like everyone's like, dude, you're guilty. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, not
But,
like that. Like, because OJ had to pay civil, he got sued civically as well.
you
So he
know,
still
I
had to
think
pay the family
he'll be in
damages.
civil trials for a while, but on the other hand, it's like no,
Yeah,
because like I don't know if he has any money to take. You know, like the difference between OJ and Chauvin is that OJ was rich, right? Like OJ had like a fuck ton of money for people to take. You know, Chauvin's just some cop.
Didn't Chauvin get like a $1 million GoFundMe or something like that? Oh no, they got taken down.
Remember, every effort he had to fund his own legal trial was taken down. So
Yeah, or they did like another way possible, right? I felt like he got funds from somebody.
He might have some cash, but the reality is though, like once he goes through that, there's no money to take. You know, like this is why civil trials are about extracting money. Like that's the point of them. That's why
Well,
OJ
you
was.
can just garnish his wages though.
What you think the
But-
Minneapolis Police Department's gonna keep hiring him even if he gets off?
No, I'm talking about like if he tries to get another job.
Well, yeah, but what job can he get?
I don't know.
I'm curious. Like what? A huge portion of people think he is innocent because of some obscure conspiracy.
What?
Wait, what?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Discord just cut out for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. What are you saying? Clash again. Oh, portion of people think he thinks it's some. Oh, OJ. I don't know. The OJ trial I never watched when it happened. I always heard about it later.
All right, weren't you like 3 when it happened?
I was a child. Let's not give out ages of any kind or help pinpoint. But I was, yeah. Needless to say, I was either not born yet or not conscious at the time. But
Yeah.
I heard about it later in life. People telling me. Are they gonna make him a slave for the Floyd family? Possibly.
Oh, that was 94.
It were a long time ago, but I did hear about it from my parents. You know,
Yeah, almost
they told me
30
about it.
years.
Yeah, I did get to hear about it from my parents, and it was one of those things that like was like a
Everyone knows about it because they heard about it.
yeah, it was like a litmus test. You know, it's like just knew he was guilty.
Were you cultured or not cultured?
Right, but like the case itself, it was just like everyone knew like he was guilty. Everyone accepted he was guilty, but like people around it were like, yeah, my parents had told me like, you know, they'd talk to like their black coworkers and they'd be like, yeah, we got one back, you know, because they have the mindset, you know, of like, you know, we're horrible things happen to us all the time. We get this one back, and it's like, but he murdered a guy. He murdered a woman. Like. That's not the one you want to take back, right, Geeky?
Well, remember that episode of The Boondocks when R. Kelly goes to court?
That was, yeah.
And then Riley gives his little speech at the end like that.
Honestly, everyone knows the best episode of The Boondocks is The Return of the King.
Oh, that is the greatest episode.
The Return of the King is the best episode. You're all a bunch of... You guys are... There we go. Hello! Sorry about that.
Except Oprah was supposed to be president by now.
Yeah. That was just so funny, though. It was just like... I said, you're all a bunch of...
Did he say what I think he just said?
Yeah, that's such a great episode of The Boondocks. Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the best animated shows of all time.
It's pretty good. So, did you see that Saban suplexed the Evergreen?
Saban, what?
The boat that was stuck in Suez.
Oh, yeah. I heard the pilot had an anxiety attack.
Is that really what happened?
No, but like there was jokes. I saw memes that it was which. Made me
I
think
heard it was
probably
the
a girl.
notorious Sam Hyde.
I've heard it was just a girl trying to couldn't back out.
I'm missing all the Blucher memes already.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
Yeah, that Suez Canal was this week too, right? Or was that last week?
I feel like it got unblocked this week.
Yeah. I did see that the Turkish nation of Turkey sued the Guardian for doing an April Fool's joke that the Suez Part 2 happened and another ship got stuck.
The zoo? Wait, what?
I didn't know. So like the Turkish government is suing the
The
Guardian for doing it. The Suez Canal. They're saying like Suez Canal 2 happened on April Fool's Day.
Oh, there was another one that blocked.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
I just hope this doesn't. I wonder what
That's actually like a decent April Fool's joke. Not a great one, but like, I could see I could see it being funny, you know.
the Adult Swim one that happened.
Sorry?
Are you talking about the Adult Swim April Fool's joke they did?
Oh, the Adult Swim Junior.
Yeah.
I didn't really see any of that. I just saw there was like a picture of like Riley Jr. on like a tricycle.
Yeah.
It looked funny.
It did. Yeah, so
It is nice that April Fool's is over because now like now I can actually like use Twitter again.
Yeah. Especially like you wouldn't want. I hate sports April Fool's Day jokes though.
It's the worst. Speaking of sports ball, you know what's back?
You didn't play
Baseball's
Mario
back.
But you haven't played Mario Baseball yet, like you said you would.
Shut up!
Why knows? You didn't think I'd forget? The people wanted Mario Baseball.
I wanted Mario Baseball, but the AI doesn't work. It's retarded.
Well, we could have just done you streaming it for one night.
I know. Oh, Mike Trout. He's hitting 600 right now in his first few games. That's good. Not a boy.
Yeah. I'm just glad nobody thought of doing April Fool's joke. Mike Trout gets traded from the Angels.
I would
could see that
literally.
happening.
I would literally die.
Would you support the team he goes to?
No. I like Mike Trout, but... Oh, and what happened to Fed last night? He was drunk, that's all.
So you like Mike Trout, but not enough to be like, I'll support whatever team you go to.
Yeah.
I wish there was more people like you, unlike LeBron fans who do that.
LeBron fans are the worst.
Yeah.
So they started the frickin' season. Oh, cool, the Angels did win game 1. That's great.
Yeah. And
course
then
they're
the
losing.
Astros started in Oakland, and they booed him out of the building again.
Yeah.
Because
No, I get you.
Oakland is allowing fans.
But... Yeah. So let's talk about this shooting here in Orange County, right? In my own backyard, more or less.
Yep.
So apparently, someone was very angry, I think. But someone Gonzalez, a very white person, decided to somehow murdered 4 people at an office building. Baffling, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do you get a kill count of 4 people at an office building during lockdown?
Because he didn't play enough Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duty.
I guess not. Also, get in here, Fed. I want to hear your take on Justice League.
Dang, there's no Wikipedia article on it yet. I don't want to give my money clicks to the news. Oh, here we go. Yes. Sorry, Wikipedia. Okay, he used a shotgun and a Glock.
A shotgun and a Glock? Holy crap, Geeky! Geeky! Look at all those assault weapons that this murderer used. All of these murderers are their assault weapons, Geeky. Can you believe it? You just said a shotgun and Glock, Geeky. That's like an AR-15 pistol and an AR-15 shotgun.
Yeah, he even had pepper spray, handcuffs, and more ammunition.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, Geeky. What if they had found an innocent Uber driver, pepper sprayed him, and stole his car?
Was that in Vegas?
The only way to improve Justice League is if Nick Cage was Superman. I'd watch that.
He was Superman in Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Wait, Nick Cage was Superman in animation?
Yeah.
What? No!
Yeah, dude.
Are you serious?
Yeah, in Teen Titans Go to the Movie, they literally make fun of it. So they make Nick Cage Superman.
Oh my god.
And I forgot who they make. And then there's literally a scene where they were like, hey, it's White Green Lantern. Hey, it's Black Green Lantern. Wait, who's in the movie? And they're like, I think your generation liked me better. And then White Green Lantern just flies away.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, Teen Titans Go to the Movies was pretty funny.
I've heard good things about Teen Titans Go. Speaking of which, Fed Zeppelin, sir, how has your week been going? How are you doing, sir?
Week's been pretty good. It's been a weird of a long one. Yeah. I actually, was it this week that I watched the thing? I don't know. I did a lot of shit. It's been a little bit of a blur because work has just been like, hey, yeah, you're doing 12 hours tomorrow. And then it was more like I come into work and they're like, oh, we need you for a bunch of shit. And I was like, oh, fuck. All right. I didn't even know I was coming into work today. But I'm doing the retweet. We're live and doing it, boys.
Boys.
All right, there it is.
The boys are back in town. That's the song, right?
Yeah. How's I put a little weird pop filter thing in front of my mic. Does it sound okay?
I don't hear any issues with it.
Nice.
Nope.
But yeah, Ghost, you won't take my fucking belt for being the latest person on the show, you son of a bitch. Don't even try.
Nope.
You try to do that
I've
with me
earned
again.
this, sir. I napped
I
30
will-
minutes too long. I did the thing where you're like, where it's like 8:50 and it's like, I can sleep for 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
35 minutes later, like, well, I guess we're late. Fuck me. And my
I am serially guilty. of
Peaky
that
sitting
shit.
in the on air, and I'm like, you guys are great. You're both great.
Well, I was gonna do like a thing and like maybe do a Discord hangout until you showed up or something, and then I was like, I'll just reset my router, and that took a little bit longer than I thought. So
Yeah.
that was a thing.
Yeah.
You guys are great. So, Fed Zeppelin, I hear you watched the Snyder Cut as well as the Wheaton Cut. Tell me,
Yeah.
which one is better? And let's hear your play-by-play, your breakdown of the two films. Actually, before you do that, I need to use the restroom real quick.
Yeah,
Gotta
sure.
empty the ladder.
I mean, good thing to do at the start of the night.
Yeah. And then he's gonna replace it in like 2 hours anyways.
Right.
This is
What-
where you
what
pee
did y'all
before
do?
you show.
Well, I mean, it's the start of the show, like rocky start, but we're still going. It's kind of like an intro. We really
Yeah.
should do like intro music or something. Give us like 5 minutes for people to hop in, all L8 of
File
our
in, yeah.
beloved people.
Right.
What have y'all gone over so far? Just before, like, I mean, giving us a
We
minute.
talked about California shooter. Talked about Mario being delisted in the eBay prices,
Ooh.
and then what else did we talk about? I forgot. Oh, yeah. And then
Okay.
we was talking. I'm already forgetting what we talked about.
Actually,
Nailed it.
guys, continue the recap. I gotta process a 3D print. It's gonna take 2 minutes.
Oh, nice.
What are you 3D printing a gun, Ghost?
I mean, you can't. actually do
No,
that,
I
so
would
nobody
never
does that.
think of it. I'm actually
Yeah,
3D
no.
printing minis for my game master for Dungeons and Dragons. I'll be right back.
3D printing the bottom of a lake so he can have somewhere to put his guns. We don't
Yeah.
own guns in this chat. We're good. We're good Englanders, whatever you want to call us.
Yeah. We recalled our governor because he wants to give us guns, not take away them.
Oh.
Yeah, he's facing the recall election in the fall.
Wow. Well, that's cucked and really annoying considering the way that. I mean, it's a tool. Like, if you don't trust
Yeah.
your citizenry, don't. I mean, yeah, no, I have a whole bunch of problems with that. I'm not even gonna start.
Wait, so you're not a fan of recalling your governor?
I mean, well, no, his reasoning for like doing shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's part. I mean, fuck
Call
the
them-
governor if they don't stand for you anymore. I mean, that's where I'm at least. If nobody
Yeah, I
agrees with
mean-
them, like,
He even said like this was funded by QAnon people and from OAN.
I mean, I saw the what's that one? Omar, Alina Omar, whoever the fuck the
Ilhan
senator,
Omar.
Ilhan, that one, that fucking bitch with her like, oh yeah, my heart goes out, but also guns did this, so fuck them. Like that
Yeah.
was that was dumb. I was really impressed.
I know
that,
it's also her people that did it, right?
Oh, I mean, I haven't been looking into all these most recent bullshitteries. I tried to like go into the Floyd thing, and like I got so fucking bored of that judge like instantly. I was like, I might sit this one out. I might like shotgun
honestly,
these later.
You just gotta look at the highlights of them. Like
I usually
like
like
them-
looking through all of it, even the annoying shit. But this one was just a slog. I couldn't even start it.
well, the funny ones were like they admitted that they were drug addicts. The only downside was like the police lieutenant came out saying that like, oh, Chauvin was using too much force.
I mean, that's I don't think that's a ridiculous argument.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
it's
think
kind
that
of
really
him
hurts the
talking.
case. I mean, it like I don't agree with it, but like, I mean, if that's the worst thing to come out so far, I'll take it. Cause like, I was expecting
Yeah.
some fucking terrible political theater out of this.
Oh yeah, one of the guys came in a Black Lives Matter shirt.
Okay, well, whatever. I mean, that doesn't surprise me at all. Like, there have been people doing ridiculous shit over this. But yeah, that's
All right. Processed. So, did we get Fed's take on the trial of the century?
Yeah, I was just talking about how it was like really fucking hard to even start because the judge started off like a complete like just annoying. Like he was like even like called out how like pedantic he was being, but it was like, dude, get on with it. And then yeah, no, I just didn't have the stomach for it earlier. I might like just try and like fucking 2 times speed it like at some point here tomorrow, but
You know, I swear the 2 times speed thing is gonna give people schizophrenia.
probably most likely.
But I know this is just like a bunch of non-scientific bullshit, but like it just feels that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great way to get through some of these really fucking annoying things, and like I go back and listen to like specific parts when I'm like, oh, I really want to like think about this as I'm hearing it, but it's a great way to like skim through something and like say like, okay, here and here are things I want to look at. So I tend to do that, and I mean, if I'm playing a video game, I'm fucking useless anyways, like, or like if I'm at work, like I usually listen to it at like maybe like 1.25 if I'm doing something at work, but that's I'll frequently be like, oh, I wasn't listening to this at all. Like,
And also, Chubbly, yeah, we'll watch Willy's Wonderland in Discord. That sounds like fun.
there you go.
Yeah, the Nicolas Cage Five Nights at Freddy's movie. That
Oh
should
god,
be fun.
yeah, that one's interesting. They make some weird choices in that movie.
And
But, it's a movie.
we're either going to move Friday Night Weebery to Saturday morning cartoons, or it will take place at normal Friday, depending on who can make it. But
Dude, Saturday morning cartoon sounds like a fucking baller idea.
It is,
That's
yeah.
not like a poor idea.
See, the problem with Saturday morning cartoons is that like we do Coast to Ghost Friday, and then like for Saturday morning we'd have to be after the show.
Yeah, well, I mean, it seems like maybe we should make like a condensed like 3 hours of like, hey, let's do the thing, and like make it kind of good, and then after that we do.
Oh, I see. This isn't good
fucking
enough
shit
for
show
you.
I'm just saying, do shit show bullshit, and then like after that, and then we can do like Saturday morning cartoons at like a certain time.
But
Yeah,
But I want to say, I want to call it specific. Thank you, Satan and Hamburger Helper and Viridian Cavalier and Fed and everyone who showed up for the first edition. That was fun. Watched a bunch of Dragon Maid. We watched all of the currently out episodes of I Reincarnated as a Spider, So What? And then we watched 3 other pilots with it. They were pretty funny.
The other pilots were pretty good. I didn't. Yeah.
We watched afterwards. We're gonna watch next week Dragon Maid.
Okay.
That should be
Yeah,
fun.
I haven't seen a bunch of that shit.
No, so like I basically just chose all pilots I hadn't seen, and I was like, okay, you know, like it was basically just all shows I had heard really good things about. The show with the dinosaur, that was Gal and Dinosaur, and that was fucking hilarious.
That was pretty great. I can only imagine that little dinosaur is like just the Pepe guy. Like,
He really is.
He's just a dumpy little guy and it was perfect. And then that like weird change that they had where it was like the like
Then it was the
real
old
life
man in
version.
live action.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. Not gonna lie.
Oh, that's right. I came home drunk, and there's a dinosaur.
I mean,
As-
every once in a while it happens, right? I've woken up next to a dinosaur once or twice.
But yeah, you're definitely welcome to attend those. I know you're always busy, geeky with work and shit on the weekends, but
I know, it's almost like I never get a Saturday off.
yeah, I know. So, your thoughts on the Chauvin trials? It's just hard to watch, Fed.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even for the right reasons. Like, usually, like, I'll watch fucking trials. Like, I even watch, like, the boring, like, the government shit, or, like, the Trump impeachment trials and stuff, and, like, I watch that long fucking form. I watch the whole goddamn thing. But something about this one, it wasn't happening today. Today was the only day that I was, like, even semi-interested in looking at it. But I started up and I got in, like, 30 minutes.
But Fed, how is their use of technology?
Oh, fucking fantastic. Nothing's better than having, like, a whole bunch of, like, weird...
Fed, you don't understand. A
screens.
using a PowerPoint presentation is apparently a revolutionary act in a modern courtroom.
I had JF looking proud.
Yeah. And then the power potato was used, and it was the revolutionary court phenotype.
What's the point of watching it? Like, even in the Trump, impeachment hearings for, like, inciting, the riot or whatever, that was incredibly interesting, because that, like, you can't weed out the defense lawyer, and that guy was just in there cracking heads the whole time, and it was incredibly entertaining. Like, and he went up, and that was an ordinary citizen who just got the bitch slapped.
Oh, also, wait a minute,
Awesome.
Fed. What's the point in
Also,
watching
wasn't that
theater?
when,
We have theaters. We go there to be entertained. Go there to watch a man's life be ended by people. Like, I mean, like, that's the point of going to the theater, is to be entertained. Wish it was more entertaining.
I mean, that one was entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Oh
I've
no,
gone
I'm
back
talking about the Chauvin one right now. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Oh,
like I said, I'm gonna have to go like and like just have a focused time and try and like actually sit there and watch it. But
that was
yeah,
bad.
they did
The
make for
impeachment
bad
one was
actors.
the
Sorry.
impeachment one was better because Jake Gyllenhaal and Nick Fuentes were mentioned on Congress.
Speaking
Yeah.
of, politicians make for pretty bad actors. Yeah, they do.
I like the pun there. But I like you can like that's the best part though is when somebody asks one of these stupid fucking questions and they go up there and they sit on their soapbox and they're like, oh, what was me and all of this bad bullshit happened, and then that guy goes, shut the fuck up, that's not your job, you're here to do this right now. Like, it was great because you got to see like them try and ham it up and like
Well,
just,
my-
yeah, no, cut the bullshit, let's talk about it.
My favorite was that they brought in like the 911 what do you call it? The 911 what the fuck do they call them? Like phone answer or whatever. It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
virtue signaling, like I totally saw this being wrong and I had to call the cops on the cops. So you have to think about that. That's a big deal, calling the cops on the cops. And basically, you know, anyone with half a brain knows, are you telling me you just incriminated yourself for criminal negligence? Are you even allowed to argue that in a courtroom, that like you knew something bad was going on and you didn't report it at the time, but now that there's no consequence, you feel there's no consequences for reporting it, that like do these people understand how negligence works?
it's pretty hard for them to like do something about in certain circumstances they can do shit, but I don't think in that specific one because it wasn't actually like a court hearing.
Well,
but,
there's a
I mean,
process
it's
for
been-
reporting
so-
these things. That's the problem, Fed. Right? It's not
Yeah.
like. It's not like this isn't like well established, right? When you see like wrongdoing, you're supposed to report to like ethics or whatever. Like there is a process for these things, and obviously they didn't go through it because the reality is they didn't see anything wrong at the time, really.
Yeah,
But they're
I- I
trying
just-
they're trying to like go back in time and make themselves look like the big hero, you know?
Yeah, like
I
the
don't
one,
think they could self-incriminate themselves there in that
like
specific.
remember the
area.
gas station, court was like.
Oh, with the banana.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that was like George Floyd. Like, you know, they were messing with him. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to cuss. Like, remember her making Floyd like the hero?
He
I
just
have
needed a banana.
memes.
He just wanted to return to Monkey. That's all. If he had just gotten that banana, his life would have been on track.
Did they
What was
explain
the-
what was going on there? Why he was
Oh yeah, I
so
mean when you use
hard
fake
and,
money, you
like,
find the
you're fine.
cheapest thing in the store, and you pay with a fake 20, so you get real money exchanged for your 20, and you
Well-
lose as little as possible.
Did they say like he thought? I mean, do we know anything about him thinking it was like a fake 20 or a real 20? And also, if you're gonna do that, then why do you dance with a banana on like CCTV for like 20 minutes?
I'm just saying that seems like a well-adjusted person to me, right, Fed? Doesn't that seem like a normal, well-adjusted dude?
I'm just saying he might have been grabbing some undue attention there, but yeah, no. Other than
You
that,
tell, I mean, come on. People on drugs don't do erratic, silly things.
I mean, he had a balanced diet, maybe. At least he just went for the banana.
He needed potassium, Fed.
I mean, maybe.
Potassium. I've invented autistic
Because-
potassium.
Was because George Floyd likes the cinnamon toast crunch, part of a healthy breakfast.
He was getting the banana to cut up into it. Nice.
Yeah, can do a cinnamon toast
I guess what
crunch.
makes me the most angry about that case is that he was driving a Mercedes, and still paying with like fake money.
I mean,
I'm sorry, what? You're paying
That
for
whole
probably like a
thing-
$600 lease, and you're using fake money.
that whole thing was
Ghost is
super
just mad that he
confusing.
doesn't drive a Mercedes.
No, I don't want to drive a Mercedes. I like my shit car. I like my beater.
It was kind of like a wonderful
Did you just say Beamer?
juxtaposition, though.
Beater. Beater. Like a beater
Okay,
car.
If I heard Beamer, I was like, oh,
No,
Ghost is
no.
driving a Beamer instead.
I said beater. I like my beater car. That's a term, isn't it?
It was just, I mean, it is a term. I just got fucking
Yeah.
confused by like looking at like the way he was dressed, the fact he was going in for a banana, that weird fucking picture that he has with the button down with his girlfriend or whatever, and like all the different shit.
Mama!
There was like a lot of clashing shit there. It wasn't like there wasn't like a harmonious kind of line you got to see where it's like, oh, okay, he's like an everyday Joe Schmo, like he might dress up nice every once in a while, or he might be like slumming it, but like it just looked like a complete shit show. Just living his life in a bunch of different ways. I was kind of like that when people are like, I have a really expensive car, but I live in a shithole, and then I also dress like shit and look like shit, but I have like a wonderful diet. It's just like, why did you choose these things?
Well, that's what, Clash of Cash. That's fair. It could have just been like a beater Mercedes. That's absolutely fair. I know one of my friend's first cars was like I think like a '90s or '80s Mercedes. Drove that thing into the ground. No, that's fair. Sure, Mercedes isn't happy about all the connections.
I mean, they've been getting some great publicity lately. They have the whole Snyder Cut thing, and then they have George Floyd. They've been in everything. It's great.
And Coke? No way, Coke's
Oh yeah, we have to talk about the Georgia erection law.
Oh yeah, that was fucking weird too.
Yeah. MLB
Show me
is
where
the
on the
All-Star
doll
game.
it's racist. Because if it's
Oh,
racist,
no.
you better not ask me for ID next time I get on one of your fucking planes, Delta.
Speaking of that weird bullshit, do you also see that fucking Antifa guy fall off a bank? I
What?
fucking cried laughing at that. Oh,
Wait,
it's so
wait, how
fucking
did he-
brutal.
How
Oh
did
my
he fall off
God.
the bank?
Dude, it's brutal. It's in the suggestions.
Wait, he fell off a bank? Explain this to me. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, it's so rough. Let's see. Let me see if I can grab it. It's in here. Basically, this guy is like with Antifa protesting out in front of this bank. And he's climbing up the side of it, and he tries to get like. Yeah, it's in the general. Sorry.
He fell like 10 feet and then cried like a baby.
It was like 15 feet ish, and he landed like on his elbow and his side, and like it was great because he had a shit ton of paint in his backpack.
Oh,
So when he
yes!
landed, you just see this puddle start coming out from under him, and you're like, is he fucking bleeding like out hard? It's like, no, it's just black paint, and it's like it's this nice little poetic thing where it's just like he's got this black like smudge just coming off of him, and it just starts bleeding into the street as all the fire ambulance and stuff show up, and you're like, oh shit, or fire.
10 feet and that's
fire
generous,
stuff.
says Lotus.
I mean, look, I can double check it, maybe. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. I'm falling! I'm falling!
No,
Oh.
you're wrong. He fell more than. Yeah, unless this guy's a midget, he fell like 15 feet, and yeah, but he just like it looks like the backpack kind of like absorbs some of the fall, but then he just lands on his fucking arm, and then like he lands on his side. It's like that, ooh, like it's when you watch it.
Wait, did he
it's a bit
do
of a
like
rough-
did he do like the Peter Griffin, like, ah?
from his feet to the ground? No, that's the thing though, is he didn't land on his feet, he landed on his side. He did the Mufasa thing where he was like kind of like holding on for a second, and then because he's trying to pull himself up, he swings himself up a little bit, and then that's what causes him to like just land on his fucking side, and that's why his feet don't count in that.
The Mufasa. Oh my god.
Well, yeah, he does the little like he tries to like scramble up. It's not a good one. But then he just like falls flat, and it's like if you've ever seen a squirrel fall out of a tree, just kind of land on the road for a second. They're so fucking stunned. Like I don't know if I ever told this story, but like
Sir, I have found something unfortunate. I am mortal. I am a mortal squirrel.
I mean, it's just funny because they get like stunned. They're like, oh fuck, I could fall out of the tree. God damn.
Yeah, they're just there
Yeah,
like,
this guy has no
I'm
idea.
here lamenting my own mortality as I sit here at the bow of this tree.
It's also awesome because there's like a little drum that's like Oh! God, he like has just a little time to scream there. He goes, "Ah!" And like, oh!
Does
no!
anyone have a video of it but set to the tune of like Benny Hill or something?
I mean, it should be. And then it should be like him like hitting the ground a few times. Yeah, I could see that being a video. Oh my god. It's just hilarious though, cause like this guy falls and he's got like all the Antifa gear on, and he's like planning on like putting like black paint all over his bank, and then like somebody uses their iPhone.
Why
to call
a
the police,
bank?
And then they all show up and they're like, okay, well how can we help you, sir? And it's like, I'm resisting. Like it's like he's there to like resist the system. You just watch the entire.
I'm just
system,
curious
like,
why
okay,
the
we never
Antifa
help
guy
you.
would do anything to a bank. When has a bank ever been like, we don't support Antifa. We oppose the actions of these anarchists. Like what? Like what?
According to Andy, no, it's a far left anti-capitalist protest.
No, I
at a
understand
Chase
that.
Bank in Manhattan. Yeah. Oof. I mean, it's just funny. Like that's the only explanation.
All I know is
I
a
don't
lot of
fucking
these
get it.
banks act in very anti-capitalist ways. I don't understand why these guys can't just see it.
I mean, it's just nice.
They
'cause
just
you get,
can't
like,
see the
little
world,
day in
I
the
see,
life
Fed.
thing. Huh?
They can't see the world I see.
I mean, they have a whole bunch of masks on. They can only see what their blinders allow them to see.
I'm just saying, you know, a federally backed and secured bank, man, that's very capitalist, man. All the taxpayers bail them out every time things go wrong. Very capitalist, very free market.
I just like it because it reads like a fucking it reads like a movie at the start, because you're seeing the guy spray paint on the building, and then there's like this, it pans over to this other guy starting to do his little climb up, And then it's like you hear the drums, and it's like, oh, there's a bunch of people doing shit here. And then, like everybody's kind of like sitting back, and you're watching the crowd, and then all of a sudden you just watch this guy.
If they knew it was the banks
shit.
feeding them, they wouldn't be out there in the first place. Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
I guess you're right. They're not smart enough to know that.
I don't know how they don't know that though, because like anytime you're seeing anything, it's like, oh yeah, BLM like backed by like all of your corporations. Like it's like,
Yeah.
okay, well,
Like,
oof.
God, the wall running in this game is fucking.
It's a bit of a funny one though. It's definitely worth a watch. Like I said, it's in the general, and
Friendly fire! Friendly fire!
it makes me happy, that little squeak that he gets out right before he falls, where he's just like, back! Like, oh man, I love it.
But who will pay my legal fees and my healthcare bills? Well, probably that bank you just tried to throw pain at.
Yeah, it's definitely like one of those funny things where you're like, oh yeah, this guy's supposed to be a protester, and then you just like, what are you? Oh.
But it's more like friendly fire! Friendly fire!
I mean, to be fair, if you're gonna mess with a bank, you gotta mess with Wells Fargo because they deserve it.
Nah, dude,
No,
that Chase
what?
totally deserved it.
What? Why do you say Wells Fargo?
Dude, have you dealt with Wells Fargo? They are like the worst bank.
No,
to
I've
deal
never
with.
chosen to deal with Wells Fargo. That's why.
Exactly.
Well, that's what's fun about it, is they're that fucking delusional. Like, that's the, oh wow, these guys are in a different fucking reality. If they're like, oh yeah, well, we really have to take out this fucking giant, disgusting machine because it's killing black people in the streets. And it's like, smash cut to white guy bleeding black in the streets. And it's like, oh, that's kind of poetic, right?
Well, I just think it's funny because it's like, wait a minute, so the banks are funding the cops now? What happened? What metaphor are we on? What level of?
It's like when they told us, like, oh.
Wait, you telling me that the
not
bank
making police
made their father not come back? What? How did this happen?
Yeah. Or like when they were talking about like, oh, Ford's not making police vehicles. Where do you want them to get the vehicles from? I think Gator said like Boeing. Like now you got a real military.
Chat, you
No,
should
man.
write about that. Riot right now. I stole the thing.
Riot in
think you
chat.
should Riot. Yeah.
Right
Oh,
over
I
in
see.
Chicago.
Well, you're gonna be a little bit mad about that one because alcohol isn't in the room with me right now. My weights are, but
Redistribute Fed's alcohol to the proletariat? Honestly, that's probably not a good idea. The proletariat's dumb enough without being drunk, and I think it would be a lethal level for some.
What is your drink of choice tonight, bud?
I mean, right now, water. Like I'm lifting weights right now. I've been doing it for like the last like 30 minutes.
What the fuck? This thing
Okay.
just summoned pillars! What? Mud pillars! What? Oh, this is cool.
That's fucking weird.
What? I did beat the final boss the other night. That was cool.
There you go.
Right.
It's time to replay the whole game, but a little bit harder.
Now it's time to get really good armor and do the post-game content.
Right. That's, dude,
Right.
I'm fucking over this bullshit. Just call it the actual fucking game. If you're gonna have a fucking post-credit scene in your fucking movie,
We saved the
don't call it
sexy
the
elf
goddamn
twins,
epilogue.
okay? That was the important part, Fed. That was the point of the game.
I'm so over these fucking, like, supplementary, like, oh yeah, here's our ending credit scene. Shut the fuck up. Just, like, oh man, I'm so annoyed with this sort of thing. It's part of your fucking thing. Just write it into the thing and get over it. Like, Jesus Christ. You're like, oh no, there's a mutating stones and all of them got harder. And like, just say, okay, now they have new abilities. Play it again. Or like, just keep it in your fucking movie. Like, the pretentiousness about saying, oh, here's my epilogue and here's like 38 endings to my Lord of the Rings is like, get over it. Like, oh. It totally like.
I will
it
say
sours
that
any
the
fucking
end. That is my biggest criticism of the Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson's trilogy. Is
Yeah.
that it's like you're in Return of the King, and it's like, oh, what a good point to end this film on. We flashed the credits. All right, now here's what else happened. Wait, what? You've already done it. Okay. Well,
Just
now
walk
you know it's like, oh, this would be a good point to end. You know, you can just end it right here. Nope, we got to keep going. Okay, and
And the extended cuts keep going and going.
Dude,
but the theatrical cut keeps going and going too. That's the thing.
True. Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
It's not just the extended cut. Like the extended cut does it, I think, like 2 or 3 more times. But the theatrical cut, it's like they do that too.
That's the crazy thing. And then even they did. Snyder fucking released his like a deleted scene from the Snyder cut, and it was like, oh, you have more deleted. Like, I get there's cutting room floor stuff like that you're not gonna use anyways, but like it was Joker saying we live in a society. Not even fucking kidding. And it was like, oh, I'm cringing. What is this? Like,
We live in a society, Fed.
I couldn't believe it. Like, why?
Yeah. Also, I got a quick question for both of you guys. They just booted up Fantasia, and before it starts, there's a disclaimer from Disney saying that there's racial images depicted in this movie.
Wait, what?
In which game?
In Fantasia.
The movie?
What was
Yeah.
racial about that film?
Wait,
That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's racial in Fantasia?
Were the brooms? Like what?
Yeah.
but like, what was the starting?
Oh, are they talking about? Wait, are they talking about the demon?
I'm thinking they're thinking the demons, but like, that's.
Am I gonna have to get a racial warning when I play the Kingdom Hearts secret boss in Final Mix?
But what was the inciting for this again? Like your girlfriend just turned on Fantasia and that happened, or what?
Yeah. We boot up Fantasia on Disney Plus, and
On Disney Plus, and they put that on there. Wow,
Yeah,
that's aggressively retarded.
well, I know they do it for the Muppet Show.
The
I know they do it
Muppets?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
Is it
Why don't you just
Oscar
put it
the
on
Grouch?
everything? Just put it on everything. Just what are you? What?
Yeah, they did it. They did it for the Muppet Show. They
Jesus.
did it for Dumbo. They did it for Peter Pan.
Well, okay. Look, this is all stupid and dumb, but like,
Mhm.
Dumbo does have the old black crows in it,
I
right?
fucking
The-
love those.
yeah,
They're hilarious too, but like,
Yeah.
it's like
and isn't one of them literally named Jim?
Yep.
literally the Jim Crow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, at least
can't
in
be better
Dumbo,
than
it's like
those.
blatantly clear. It's like, oh yeah, the crows, you know.
It's like, I don't. I mean, maybe they should. Okay, well, touche. If you're gonna do that and you have that warning on there, put on your old cartoons. Disney.
Wait,
Put
hold
all
on,
of
hold
them
on.
there.
I
Put
want
all of
to
your cartoons on there, fucker. Just put the.
wait. I want to hear what Lotus has to say because Lotus just said that Return of the King made him too sad. One of the most like uplifting like ends to a film. Like, yeah, granted, there's
like how the-
trials,
it's not
there's
like how the
tribulations
Hobbit
with like
ended.
Sam and Frodo, you know, like fighting and shit. But like, you know,
Well, I mean, there's like the ending is like that's the thing where it's like they keep going on and on about it, and it's just really annoying. But I mean, so Disney Plus, if you're gonna do that shit, put on all your old really racist things on there, and just put the warning in front of them because I want to watch those too.
honestly,
fucker.
I'd rather have the warning than have them just remove it.
Well, that's
Same.
what I'm saying. I'm saying
You know, like,
put the
I-
warning in there, but if you're gonna put the warning in there, put on your other content too. Like, if you're gonna do that, that's fine. I
We-
want your old shit.
Song of the South viewing party, baby.
Yeah, that's the one I really want to see. I mean,
Yeah, that's the part that I thought you were talking about. It's just like they spend so long on like, see you later, Sam. And it's like, oh, we're still doing this. But it's a depressing slog because they keep
Sam,
doing
I
this
must
so
go
fucking
with
long.
the elves to the Undying Lands.
Dude,
You-
the part of that movie drags so long.
Oh
and it's
my
the
God.
end. It's the end of it. It's the
No, you're right. That is
Oh.
really fucking sad. And he's like, Sam, I must go to the Undying Lands. You will get your midget GF and raise a family of children. I will live
I was-
alone among the Undying peoples.
I always thought the part where like he's like him
Wait,
and
did they
Sam have to
explain-
like, split. Like that
did they
part was always
explain
worse.
why Frodo and Bilbo had to go to the Undying Land? I forgot.
I think it's because they had been too affected by the ring.
They're
They couldn't like cope with like the normal world anymore. Like they'd been so affected by it.
They have
Mhm.
PTSD.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like
'cause
you
I
know,
know Bilbo at the end asks, is like, "Do you still have the ring?" And he
Yeah,
wants to
yeah.
put it on one more time.
Yeah, they're like fucking addicts. It's weird. And it's like, yeah, okay, I get it. Like, get out of here. But it's like, that's not even like, I mean, you shouldn't be introducing like such a downer at the end of your movie. Like, you should be saying like, okay, well, after this we can't go back to just like normal.
there's no
life,
going
you know,
back
like,
to normal after
Yeah,
this.
yeah. You include that at some point before the end, and you like have like the characters have the resolve to like still do it anyways. And at the end, you have to have them be like, "I get you, man. Like it's sad,
But, like,
but I have to do this."
That
still."
was what
And
they
you have
did
to
at the
say
end
that,
of
like-
Kingdom Hearts 3, and it was lame. Oh fuck, my stream just died.
I mean,
Hold on.
but if you do that and you like,
Okay, we're back. We're back.
Are we?
Come on.
Shout out Ghost.
I know. It's a fucking dick move, is what it is. Oh, and because of the host, it's breaking my that's infuriating.
That's so funny. Is it?
Hold on. Yeah, I think it's.
It's still just on Flam.
Yeah, this is why I hate Trovo the way it does. All right, so let's unhost. So now it's piping it through.
It went back to it. It stopped for a second and it started.
All right, so I'll turn off. I literally have to turn off auto host. There we go. Okay.
That's hilarious. It's
Now we're back.
terrible.
Terrible.
Oh my god.
All right, well, I think we're back. Yeah, we're back.
Are we?
We're back. Okay.
Wait, I still see Flam.
Refresh.
Again?
Hmm.
No, it's still Ghost. I mean, it's still Flam talking.
I see all my screen.
It says you've been streaming for 50, like a minute, and like.
Yes,
every
because
time
it had to restart.
Well, every time. Okay, it finally just started in.
I do
Yeah,
not
no,
know.
it just kicked in. That's. Oof. That was a bit fucked.
Wait, Flam was talking about STIs?
He was talking about STIs.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. That like he was talking about how they're like
Icky?
HPV is like invisible in men, or it's non-detectable as much, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but like I mean I don't know. I didn't play Kingdom Hearts, but like the whole.
Oh, right,
like,
that's
it
exactly where
makes
we're
it a lot
at.
Better. Yeah.
Well, no, but
makes
like
things a lot better.
the ending, well, the ending basically kind of is one of those. Everyone else gets a happy ending, but you basically.
And see, that's the thing though. Like you can get
But
away
doesn't
with
the
that in the
DLC
Lord of the
fix it, though?
Rings.
No, that's the worst part. They have the whole DLC and it doesn't fix anything. It just lets you interact with the other characters more and fleshes out what happened at the end. But like, it doesn't change what happens at the end because the game can only end that way.
Doesn't come back.
No, it doesn't come back. You still disappear at the fucking end. It's like, wait, what?
No, I meant Cloud, like legitimately.
No, there's no cloud. I would have taken lightning at this point, okay? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, like I heard no Final Fantasy characters show up. And
No, literally. Well, actually, wait a minute. I think no. There's like one room I think that has like Tifa and Aerith in them. It's dumb.
Can you fight Sephiroth in the game or no?
No.
We're getting completely away from the thing though. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't like it doesn't work when you just kind of get it thrust upon you at the end, and it's just like, oh, this is like a complete downer, and like I'm getting taken off guard by it, and then you're just like, and this is what I just like battled through the end of this movie for this, like, nice, thank you, great little downer.
It would have
there.
been a
Like,
lot easier to tolerate the ending of Kingdom Hearts if they hadn't fucked the battle system so bad, and if they had made it way better than 2. But it was like you get through that game, you're like, I'm fucking dedicated, all right. I've put all this fucking time. I've played this series twice now. Okay, now I'm here at the end. and that's it. The ending is literally a cliffhanger of sorts, basically. As in,
I
you
think
just
I know what cliffhanger you're talking about.
yeah, okay, where it's like there's no completion to your fucking journey. You're just in Lord of the Rings. No, Lord of the Rings is fine.
I
Yeah, at
mean,
least
Lord
it
of the Rings
closes-
is fine, but you could have done it better by saying like, okay, like you gotta understand you're not gonna like once you
No.
embark
What
on
should
this
have
thing-
been the ending is that a human ranger possessed by an elf ghost go around murder fucking the remains of Sauron's forces.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, if you set that up earlier, then it's like at the end you can have like the characters like it's a nice resolution thing where there's still like you like the fact that the character's doing that and they're resolving it, and it at least makes you think like, okay, they're at peace with this and they had this intention, and it still can be sad and everything. Like,
Well,
I mean,
my problem
a
was
game
that they
does it
didn't
right
set
so
up
well.
that like, oh, this story's not going to end happy until literally the final game. That was my problem. It was like you go through it all. Hey, Johnny.
We're
you
literally
get
talking
like you
past
get
each
to the final game, and then in like near the start of the final game, like the big bad guy is like, that there's no saving you, and I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's no saving me. This has never been established
yeah.
literally anywhere in the series before. Now you're telling me that it's not gonna end well for my character, really?
Well, no, like Lotus, I'm telling you, you can still have that scene. I mean, I don't think either of you are hearing me. You can still have that scene, but you just you set it up. You set it up like before that, and you just say like, yeah, after this, there's no going back. If you like put that ring on, basically, you do the thing where you give it consequences. Like, you know how like Frodo kind of gets addicted to the ring. Basically, you just say like, if you put this ring on and if you choose to do this, there's no going back. When this is over, you're like, this is the end of your run anyways. Like, you can set that up, and it has great payoffs, and it actually works a lot better. And a game that did it really well was Soma. So like they introduced this thing where there's like a 50-50 chance that you're going to be the consciousness that wakes up in the new body after you teleport yourself, and you're a robot the whole time, and you keep experiencing things from the new consciousness. But the end of the game is a completely dour note because it leaves you at the chair at the bottom of the ocean instead of literally sending you up into heaven.
Ah, fuck. Fuck! Every fucking day.
Because nobody
Hey, my
Especially that
Discord died for a sec because my face rig went, and I'm gonna see if Streamlabs is still up. This is good. Question then becomes for how long?
I don't know.
Because my OBS right now is like, I can see the screen there, and I can't do anything with my studio mode, but it's still up and running.
Well, can they hear us?
Can I what?
No, they can't hear us.
I can
Oh,
hear
they
you.
can? Oh, super late.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
I mean, if they did, like, if they set that up and like properly, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna have to go away after this, like, and I mean, you get that like Frodo's being tainted by it, but they just kind of like spring that thing at the end where it's just like, oh yeah, you can't just go back to being normal, and it's like, what? You're like, he made it all the way home, and it's like, oh, now you have to go behind the barn, old Yeller, and you're like, why? And it's just like, it's
Yeah,
it's kind
so-
of hard when you're a kid.
I think I gotta restart Streamlabs, and if this happens again, I gotta restart the whole machine.
Did you turn your auto host off at least?
I don't know. Let's find out. Alright, everyone. We'll be... Oh, is it Brave that's fucking me over? I gotta figure out what's fucking it over. Alright, I'll turn off
Yeah,
auto
that was
host.
smart.
Alright, Evan, we're gonna be back in a minute. And if this doesn't... It just sucks.